Okay, guys, welcome to the 19th edition of the Goldie Gossip podcast. I gotta tell you guys, this is supposed to be the St. Patty's Day edition of the Goldie Gossip podcast. Man, I had so many problems. Last Thursday was St. Patty's Day. I had the set all hooked up. You see, I haven't even changed the set or anything. Man, it was frustrating. I got the set all set up. I got the outfit all set up. Man, for 90 minutes, I was working trying to get my phone to tether my internet connection to the desktop. And it wouldn't do it. I've done it 100 times and it just wouldn't do it. Man, let me tell you, I was as frustrated as a hunchback in a limbo contest. Man, it drove me crazy. Listen to me. I was as frustrated as an albino in a snowstorm trying to hitchhike. Man, listen to me. I was more frustrated than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. God damn, it drove me crazy. But anyway, guys, here's the post edition of the St. Patty's Day, whatever, dude. Hey, check this out. All right, let's get started with the show. Happy St. Patty's Day. Today was supposed to be the day that I introduced my new intern, Goldbird. Yep, I got a new intern, Goldbird. But you know what? Everything went so wrong. I wasn't into the comedic stuff. I wasn't into none of it. So Goldberg will pop up at a different date. All right, let's move on. All right. Speaking of St. Patty's Day, Irish people. Shout out to my Irish people. Check this off, guys. I talked to my auntie Fran in Detroit. Last month, she turned 94 years old. That's right. My daddy's oldest sister. Everybody else has passed away. But anyways, I'm talking to my auntie Fran. And she told me that my grandfather, her father, was 3/4 Irish. That blew me away. I come to realize that you're looking at a part Irish black rapper from Detroit. And that's tripping me out, dog. So, you know, hey, it is what it is. I'm Irish, I'm black, and I'm Indian. So I'm a mutt. But that's cool. I feel good with who I am. So, let's move on to this. All right. I want to talk about a real important subject. I want to talk about the hip-hoppers today. You know, I look at the hip-hop situation today and I realize, well, you know, it may not even be realization. It's just my observation. Hip-hoppers to me nowadays are like a flock of sheep. Now check it off. You got your head sheep. He's leading the way. All the rest of the sheep are following. And when you step back and you look at the whole flock, they all look alike. Everybody's doing the same thing. And I'm going to tell you guys, if I hear one more song with auto-tunes, I'm going to flip my lid, dude. Why do everybody have to do that? I mean, it's all right for a song or two, but especially from the South, and I love the South. They're my people. But everybody in the South, is biting off to TPain. TPain was the one that got it popping in the culture. But TPain wasn't the first. Check this off. The first person to do this was actually Cher. A lot of young guys may not even know who Cher is, but, Google it. Cher is a white girl, and she was dead in the 90s. She was gone. But she came up with a song called Believe. And in Believe, she used the vocoder. That's right. She did it before TPain did it. She used the vocoder on Believe. If you want to hear it, Google Cher Believe and listen to it. She actually brought it back. When she did that, she was all the way back on top again. But unfortunately, she was only cool with the queens and that particular part of society. But TPain, from Tallahassee, Florida, he was with the culture, particularly the South, and he got it popping. I mean, it was all the way popping. So all of you guys, every time you use auto-tunes, you need to be paying TPain, because he got it popping. But as far as I'm concerned, it's dead. And another thing is about the subject matter of songwriting. Everybody is rapping about the same thing. I mean, ever since Naughty by Nature and Ice Cube and all of these cats, they started the beginning of the gangster rap culture. It started with F the Police and all that stuff. But here it is, 20 years later, and everybody doing the same thing. Everybody is doing the same thing. Everybody talking about the hood. We all grew up in the hood. I don't care where you're from. Cleveland, Detroit, New York, LA. It don't matter. If you grew up in the hood, we all had the same experiences. How many songs can you make about the same subject? You know what? Everybody say, it ain't real if you don't keep it real. It ain't real if you don't keep it real. Bullshit. Listen to me, guys. Some of the best works that you ever heard in your life was fiction. When Edgar Allan Poe made all of his novels, which is still relevant today, it was fiction. He was able to take a story that he created from his mind and give it to you and make you believe it. That's the true talent of songwriting. That's right. When you start with a song, it looks just like this. A blank piece of paper. You paint on it. I don't care if you're a painter or if you're a songwriter or if whatever you do in art, it starts from your imagination. And if you're limiting yourself to only your own experiences, you're cheating yourself out of the true talent of songwriting. That's right. You can sit down with a piece of paper and make up a song. It may be partially true. It may not be true at all. It may be totally true. But the point is, when you get good lyrics, a good melody, and something that people can sing along to, that's very important. You come up with a masterpiece. And, stop this talk about it gotta be real, it gotta be real. Nigga, stop that. Use your imagination. You know what? All of the greats, when the Beatles made the song I Want to Hold Your Hand, they weren't talking about nothing specific. They sat down with pencil and paper and they wrote that stuff. And I can give you many, many more instances of people in the past who have wrote masterpieces. And it wasn't true. When Michael Jackson did Thriller, it wasn't true. It was a fictional song. But it made you believe it. So anyways, that's all I want to say about your hip hoppers. Use your imagination a little bit. Don't cheat yourself out of the opportunity to bring any kind of talent to the forefront. It don't have to be real. It can be fiction. So, you know what, guys? Just think about that a little bit and use your imagination and come up with some good material for hip-hop and the culture. All right, moving on. Oh, yeah. Guys, I've been having so many difficulties with the technical stuff. I wanted to talk about Coming to America 2. Guys, it was great. It was great. I loved it. The only thing I didn't like was Wesley Snipes. That part, he could have did it, but he could have did it a different way. It was kind of corny. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have seen it already, but watch it again. And it was kind of corny. But the rest of it was great. And what was her name? Leslie Jones. She stole the show. She stole the show. She was really, really good. So, and I wanted to show you guys a clip of, the trailer to Coming to America. But dude, too complicated. And I just got to pass it and just recommend to you guys that you go to Prime TV and see Coming to America 2. All right, moving on. All right. I've been giving you guys stories about, my experiences in Detroit and with Motown. But this time I want to give you a story, one of my California stories. This is really good, guys. Okay, here we go. I'm working at Children's Hospital on Sunset in Vermont. And I'm going through a rough divorce. But I'm hanging out with friends in Hollywood. And there is a young lady. I want to show you her picture right now. Hold on. This is the young lady right here. Her name is Kim Austin. She's an actress in Hollywood, and she's best known for a movie called The Tavern. It's called The Tavern. I think it came out in, I don't know, I will have to Google it. But anyways, she was a really, really good friend to me. It was a platonic relationship. Wish it could have been different, but it wasn't. And I didn't want to ruin our friendship because I was horny, all right? So I didn't want to go there. I do have a little bit of class. So anyways, I got off of work one day from Children's Hospital, and I went to Kimmy's house. And Kim Austin stayed on Cahuenga, right off of Hollywood Boulevard. She had a really, really big house. It was nice. I used to hang out over at her crib. And when you're in her backyard, you can look up. I mean, literally look up and see the Magic Castle. Now, those of you who are not from California, I'll tell you about the Magic Castle. It's a premier magic. It's a magic castle where they do all kind of premier magic tricks, but it's not open to the public. It's private. And if you're not invited and you don't if you don't know anyone who can invite you, you can't go. So I've never been to the Magic Castle. But anyways, you can sit in Kim's backyard and literally look right up at the Magic Castle. And I thought that was really, really cool right there in Hollywood. But later on, she moved. From Hollywood, and she went to West Hollywood. Basically, the street that she moved to, or the community that she moved to, was La Brea and Olympic. That's the main intersection, La Brea and Olympic. She wasn't too far from the La Brea tar pits on Wilshire. And I used to go and visit her. And when she moved out of Hollywood and she moved into this apartment on Ogden and Olympic, she lived in a 4-family flat. You had 4 families, 2 families upstairs, left and right, and 2 families downstairs, left and right. Kimmy lived upstairs on the left. And Rain Pryor, Richard Pryor's daughter, lived on the opposite side, upstairs. And at that time, Rain Pryor was married to a gentleman by the name of Kevin. He was a Jewish guy. You know, they have a lot of Jewish in their family. And when I would go to visit Kimmy, I would see Rain and I would see Kevin. And, you know, I wouldn't bother them because I knew she was a star and everything. I didn't want her to think I was fanning out and shit. But as I went over there every day, I would see Rain. And one day, her and Kevin was moving a mattress up the stairs to their house. And Rain was trying to, you know, help Kevin do it. And I said, no, you know, I couldn't let a young lady carry a mattress up the stairs. So I said, Rain, let me help Kevin. And I helped them upstairs with the mattress, and we got all set up and everything. And Rain was really, really nice. And she told me and Kimmy a story about her dad, Richard. At this time, Richard was debilitated. It was towards the end. And he was married to a new Jewish woman. And Rain told us that her and her siblings weren't even allowed to visit Richard. She said that they would have to call the maid, and the maid would wheel him in a wheelchair to the nearest local park, and they would sit there with Richard and kick it. And I thought that was really, really sad. You know, the woman thought that they was trying to come in for the money. But, you know, Richard's kids, they had money, they had careers. Rain's doing great. And I'm going to tell you another story about that in a minute. But anyways, I thought that was sad that they weren't able to see Richard in the end. And then finally, Richard passed away. When Richard passed away, I wanted to go to the funeral, and I asked Rain if I could go to the funeral. And she told me, unfortunately, the funeral was restricted to family members and close friends, and I understood. But Kim was able to go to the funeral. And after the funeral, Rain felt so bad that I wasn't able to attend. She gave me a souvenir. Let me grab it real quick. Here it is right here, guys. This is a picture frame. And Rain gave me this picture frame as a souvenir from Richard's funeral. And I need to put Richard's picture in the frame, but I just keep it as a souvenir in my bedroom. I know it's just a little frame, but I was honored that Rain would give this to me. And this is in honor of Richard Pryor's funeral. Rest in peace, Richard. And, oh yeah, I got another story. Rain gave me and Kimmy tickets to see her perform live in it was downtown Hollywood. It was a small theater. Now, you guys may remember back in the 90s, they had something on HBO called The Vagina Monologues. I can't remember the actress that did the Vagina Monologues. But anyway, Rain Pryor and 3 other actresses did a recreation of the Vagina Monologues. And we had tickets, front row. It was great. Rain did a wonderful job, and I want to give a big shout out to Rain Pryor for being so kind to me for the short time that I've known her. So, that is one of my Hollywood stories, and I'm going to end this show with a video. I wanted to show you the video that I did for Kimmy. She wrote a song called Imaginary Friend, and she asked me to put it to music. But again, I'm having technical difficulties. So in place of that, I'm going to show you my video of Nick of Time. Hold on, guys. Let me switch it over. Okay, here we go, guys. Hold on. I'm working on it. Here we go. I'm going to set you up. Technical difficulties, guys. Technical freaking difficulties. I'm going to get it right. I'm going to try to anyways. Here we go. You ready, guys? Okay. Here we go. All right, guys, that's it. I'm out. Next time,